All right, this came from the gym. That person is driving way too fast. Anyways, just came from the gym. I'll make a video on that right after this video. Just came from the gym. Went to McDonald's to get my frappe. Really good, by the way. Love these. Yep. And then went to a Mexican restaurant. Because I love those. Those are really good. And yeah, somebody about to run somebody over. I'm driving too fast. Anyway, so maybe I should work here for a second job. This is a car wash. It's exclusively a car wash. And I like car washes. I don't know, I just feel, I feel masculine, I don't know. Maybe because it's heavy machinery and stuff. I make sure. Anyways, I'm really top topic. Let me cross, yes I can, let me cross now. Alright, so today's topic is me living with my parents at age 24, which I really honestly hate. Or not necessarily hate, I just feel very behind in life because I'm still living with my parents at age 24. Alternative parents, for that matter. Which I call modern parents, the parents of today. Technically, they've been the pre-modern parents the entire time. I just completely forgot about that, so yeah. Anyways, I've been living with my parents and it's been driving me crazy. I've been wanting to move out of my parents' place since beforehand, you know. I always wanted to do it, but unfortunately I never, had the ability to. I remember at age, I think 12 or 13, one of those years, I kept asking my childhood parents, hey, can I have an ID so I can, work? Because the goal was to move out. I'm as early as like 12 to 14 years old, talking about I want to move out. It was around like 15 when I started getting a little bit comfortable staying at my parents' house. But obviously my childhood parents ain't together, so there's that part. They're divorced now, so whatever. What else? Is that my bike? Every time I see a bike, specifically black bike, I'm thinking it's mine, so yeah. Anyways, it's not that I was losing my mind back in the day about living at parents, because not at all, because I was more dependent on my parents, as a teenager and, child usually is. But when I was like around, in my teen years, I was already, basically begging my childhood parents, hey, can I have ID? Can you help me get ID or whatever? Because I want to get a job or whatever. The first job I actually applied for when I was 17 years old, and that was KFC. And that was actually the same place one of my childhood siblings applied to as well, but that manager never hired her. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Well, I think she did hire, but I don't know, maybe she had second thoughts because they didn't give her uniform. Anyway, so there's that part. Because, back then I was thinking I should have been at least having a job, saving up to have money and stuff like that. So by the time I was hoping I'd have my place by the time I was 18, 19 minimum. Ideally 18, but obviously that didn't happen. So 19 came. Well, 18 I'll say was quite a stressful year. Unfortunately, when I turned 18, that was very stressful. Because that's when my childhood family first separated. It was just separated, not divorced. They were separated. And that sucked. That sucked a lot. So my childhood family is separated. And I'm dealing with all those problems. So I met my biological family for the first time, which was rough back in the day. But yeah, I kind of understand the reason why now. There's a lot more to that story, but man, can these cars stop coming? These cars gotta stop coming. I gotta wait for these cars now. Anyway, so my childhood parents are separated. My entire childhood family is separated. So now I gotta deal with that junk. I was too busy focused on school when I was 18. Just passing high school. But I was making my plan or whatever for prom and all that stuff, which didn't work because I didn't have no prom day. I'll eventually make a video about that. Maybe. I don't know. Check my old channel. Link in the description below. And if not that, link in bio. So yeah, 18, I'm having a stressful time, in my last year of high school. With my biological family I just met. I'm dealing with the separation of my childhood family as well on top of that. And then I'm dealing with an asshole school system that didn't want to listen for nothing. There's that part. 2019 happened. I'm currently 19 years old, which was the part of the redemption era. No, let me go back. My biological family, a member of my extended biological family, kicked me out the house regarding a food stamp issue or whatever. Which I doing? No, I don't understand. No, they kicked me out regarding the food stamp situation, which sucked. Right, he broke it. And timber. So that happens. They kicked me out. I'm homeless now. Thankfully, my older sibling took care of me. My older biological sibling took care of me. How you doing? They took care of me, which I really do appreciate. But we both, was being homeless together, whatever. She had the money, so I kind of relied on her as far as expenses, whatever. So while I'm in the homeless shelter, I'm over looking for jobs. Still don't have a place or whatever. Still don't have a place. I'm struggling. Spent the week in that homeless shelter, which sucked so much. That was probably the low-key the lowest I ever have been, technically. But now I look back at that, I think I'd rather be homeless than be where I'm at now. Well, this peak divorce with the issues between my childhood parent and modern parents. Yeah, that sucks. So anyways, 19 happened, the redemption era happened. I moved back with the redemption era, peak redemption era for that matter. How you doing? Peak redemption era, 2019, around February 2019. That's when I was looking indeed for jobs, but I couldn't find nothing because nobody was hiring, let alone interviews or whatever. So I'm at my childhood parents' place, my 2019 childhood parents. It was good. I liked it. I had fun. 2019 was a good year for me. Yes, 2019 was a good year. I was looking for work, but still couldn't find work. I applied for Walmart, applied for Food for Less. I applied for, what else? Jules, as I like childhood person like to call it. Some people walking. My alarm went off. So I applied for all those places. Anyway, hello. So I applied for all those places, didn't get no slack. So then I settled on Amazon warehouse. I applied there. My first job, the first day was shit. I did not like the first day. The first day I did not like. Even though I did had a good year in 2019, moving back with my 2019 childhood parents, which that was really nice. I generally had fun. Going on little adventures, little carnivals. What else? Little carnivals, little family stuff and stuff like that. Chuck E. Cheese or whatever. We even had family. We even did a little bit of a full family reunion. A little. There was only like 2 members of the childhood family a full, like I'm talking about like from my early childhood era. I think it was only 2 or 1 member of the childhood family we were missing, because it was one of my childhood parents' birthday during that time, during spring. That was a really good, 2019 was just a really good year. I really loved it, it seemed like the family was getting back together or whatever. And, don't get me wrong, I might have been having a great time during that time in 2019, but at the same time, deep down, I still wanted my own place, hence why I was struggling looking for work. I remember I think complaining to my high school boys that I was struggling looking for work, but obviously I couldn't find nothing. So then I settled for Amazon. Amazon, they hired me right on the spot, no surprise. Well, at least now. I was surprised they actually hired me. So yeah, going to Six Flags stuff, that was fun or whatever. But at the same time, I knew we had bills, so that's why I purposely, nailing the coffee, I think the nail in the coffin that decided me to settle for Amazon, even though I didn't know I was going to get hired like that, was my first day at Six Flags Great America. My first ever Six Flags visit. I spent 12 hours at that park. We spent 12 hours at that park. And I went all out. I was not afraid of nothing. Yes, at the time, I was a bit more intimidated by airtime, of course. However, I went all out. And that video will be on my SydeLeaderRay vlogs channel, okay? Check that out. It was a really good day. Anyway, so when I did that day, I looked out the prices. I looked out the prices of admission and everything, the memberships and stuff, and that was too much. And at the time, it was 6 of us. Ended up selling to 5, but it was 6 of us of the crew. Originally, was it 6 of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, originally 6 of us. We've been to Six Flags or whatever. That was a good day. But because of the prices and all the bills, and then the hotel bill we was living in at the time, my 2019 childhood family, I knew I needed a job. And I felt responsible that I needed to be paying some bills. So what I did was, I set up Amazon, got the job. I was able to pay, my portion of the rent, which was great. I had no problem with it, even though I was paying more than the rent. I was paying a car note too. Yeah. And I didn't even have a car. I was paying a car note for one of my childhood parents, which to an extent I was okay with, but at the same time, I was indeed upset that most of my money was being given to one of my childhood parents, which was very upsetting. Anyways, in fact, now I brought that up, when I was giving a bunch of money to one of my childhood parents, pretty much like 80%, 70% of my check to my childhood parent of 2019, obviously I was very upset or whatever. Oops, nope. Ah, dang it, this sucks. Yeah, I was giving all this money, which sucked. Because of that, I think I remember saying I need to move out. But unfortunately, I was too blind. With all the riches of my redemption era of my childhood family. Because I thought we were starting to get back together and be back at peace, a nice big happy family again. And obviously that's not the case. But still, in the back of my head, I needed to look for a job. I needed to get my own place. So that happened, 2020 happened, fake big COVID happened. And that was also another one as well. When COVID hit, I was like, I really need my own money and stuff like that. COVID happened, I really needed my own money and stuff like that. Obviously, I didn't get no stimulus check. But I did eventually get made up for it back in 2022, I believe. So yeah. Anyway, so which fucked the government for that. Decided to give me that money anyway. Was Trump in office? No, I think he was in office at the time. Yeah, I think so. No, he wasn't. That was Biden. That fool was in office. Anyways. Yeah, Biden, he definitely was in office in 2022. Anyway, so there's that part. in the back of my head, you know, it was really hurting me and stuff like that. And I needed to, you know, look for my own job or whatever. No, have my own place. I was still working at Amazon. What really also annoyed me is when I got injured there, which I'm still trying to figure out what really happened, because I honestly don't remember what happened. All I know is something happened while I was in the Universal department, and my knee got really hurt. Like, doing what they tell me to do, was bend at the knees. I did that, and then, yeah, injured. I'm off work with workers' comp. Was something I didn't want to do. That was something one of my childhood parents told me to do. Do this all settlement junk, you know, suing Amazon. Anyways, that part happened. That part happened or whatever. I'm not working. I'm feeling even more insecure because I'm not working. In fact, I'm getting, you know, my occasional weekly payments because of it, which I also did not like. That also sucked. I'm not even working yet. I'm still getting paid because workers' comp. Look, I get it, but at the same time, it's just not a good feeling. I feel like I need to work. I like working for my money. So anyway, so there's that case or whatever. 2020, COVID is at its peak. So all this mash junk or whatever. And I was already complaining at my Amazon job that I need a new job and stuff like that. At the time I was working overnight. I'll make a video about working overnight at Amazon and working overnight there. So anyways, I'm just feeling all right, feeling not so good or whatever. And then around July 2020, that's when the news broke to me that my childhood parents was gonna get divorced. So on top of that, and I'm in my head thinking, man, I really need a job. I really need my own place. But this what really did it. When my childhood family divorce was announced, one of my childhood parents was trying to work it out. No, in fact, both of them were. But one of them specifically was trying to work it out. One of them specifically was trying to work it out. So that's when we moved down here to Georgia. But the thing is, in some alternate universe, / timeline, reality, or whatever, I could have still been in Illinois, in the Chicagoland area. But they asked me, one of my childhood parents asked me, Ray, we're moving to Georgia. Originally it was LA, Los Angeles. We're moving to Los Angeles. No, Georgia. We don't want to see you stuck. So if you want, you can definitely move out, get your own place or whatever. We'll wait so you can get your own place. I said, unfortunately, I agreed to move with them. You see, I'm regretting that. I agreed to move with my childhood parents to Georgia. So I believe like July 26th or whatever, we arrived in Georgia. We're trying to work out and everything, but I found me another job, thankfully. It's a good store job. I worked there for a little. Obviously, I wasn't getting paid a lot. I was being paid $8 an hour. That was the worst amount of pay I ever received. So there's that part. I'm being paid $8 an hour, and I'm barely making any money, which sucks. I hope nobody's at my park. I really hope not. So I'm barely getting paid, so whatever. I'm in my head, man, I need some more money. But I was still depending on my childhood parents. I was depending on them. This was probably 2020, mid-2020 childhood parents. I'm gonna name it that. So they're dealing with their divorce issues, whether they stay together or not. Down here in Georgia, there's that part. I'm in my head thinking, man, this is not good or whatever. What peaked, the final official that we are getting divorced, is that night we visited Chicago to to finalize the divorce papers and stuff like that. To finalize the divorce, and then we came back down here to Georgia. My child parents, they literally argued right in front of everyone, including me, including my childhood siblings at the time, in 2021. They was crying or whatever. They was crying. I'm panicking. I'm not crying, but I'm panicking or whatever. This lady coming. I'm panicking. Hold up. All right, ladies, far enough. I don't like talking in front of people. Anyways, especially personal stuff. Well, I should not even be uploading this on YouTube. But anyway, so what else? I need to speak quickly. This is already 20 minutes. So anyway, so I'm gonna have to retitle this video. Anyway, so 2021. Yeah, my 2021. We came back from Chicago. We all of my 2019 childhood family. We all seen my parents argue in front of everyone. My childhood parents argue in front of everyone. I'm just sitting there losing my mind. Like, I'm really not feeling it. It just sucked. At the time, I didn't have a job at the time because I had to quit the grocery store job at the time. I'm losing my mind. I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. I'm just like, I need to leave. That was the first thing in my head. Like, this is making no sense. Like, I knew I should have stayed. I should have stayed back in Chicago. So anyway, so I'm over panicking, seeing my childhood parents argue and stuff like that, right in front of everyone. Like, the stuff they were saying. Honestly, I thought one of my childhood parents was going to hit the other. I'm pretty sure you can guess, whatever. So that's why I jumped out of the car to protect, the other childhood parent. So there's that part. I'm panicking in the head, not knowing what in the world is going to happen. I was planning to just walk away, honestly, that day. Because I was just really not there, whatever. And I didn't even have no money at the time. So anyway, so then that happened. So after they finalized that, once that divorce was finalized, whatever, I'm just in my head, I wish I would have stayed. I really wish life turned out the way it should have. I'm losing my mind, living with parents or whatever. So there's that case. So now, August 2020, I reapplied for my grocery store job, which I'm still here now. I need to get a job. I was confident of doing really good at that job. That I'm going to get this job. I'm going to work hard. Work hard even for more money and get an apartment. And then I was even remember calling apartments. None of them answered, whatever. I left voicemail saying, hey, what are the requirements? Because I heard 3 times the amount and stuff like that. Obviously, nobody even tried to contact me. Any lawyers, landlords, whatever. So there's that part. So I'm losing my life even further. Now, I feel like a sense of responsibility. I need to keep up with my end of the rent of the hotel we were staying in. So there's that part. So I'm over here keeping up with my portion of the rent. This lady's still coming back. All right, so anyway, so back to what I was saying, like, since now I'm the man of the house now, I feel like it's my responsibility, physically speaking, it's now my responsibility to keep up with paying the bills or whatever. So that's why I chose to stay. But at the same time, I'm losing my mind living at parents' place again, especially in that hotel or whatever, which sucked so much. We was paying like $400 something, like literally $500 every single week. $2,000. That's like $2,000 a month. We're paying nearly that now at the place where we're at now. Anyway, so there's that part. I feel responsible, but at the same time in my head I'm losing my mind, and then my child parents arguing or whatever. Man, I was just really feeling it. I did apply for other places, and convenient. I applied for other places, but I applied for apartments and stuff like that, but nothing. Nobody answered my phone. Nobody nobody gave me nothing. Nobody gave me nothing. No information. No landlords or whatever. Maybe because I'm young or whatever, and they don't care about young people. So anyway, so 2022, I'm 22 years old. I age with the year, so that's how you know how no my age, except around September. That's when I become the next age. So anyways, so there's that part. So now I'm losing my mind. Fast forward all the way up to now. I'm 23/24. I'm 24 now. Around, I believe, mid 2022, that's when my modern parents was established. So the first thing I said when moving into the house, I'm losing my mind living with parents. I said that to both my modern parents. I thought one of my modern parents thought that they was gonna take it personal, but at the same time, thankfully they didn't. So there's that part, and then next, the noise incident as well. So now I feel like I need to move out of my modern parents' house, but at the same time, well, Well, kind of not really. I feel like I didn't really have no responsibility. Anyway, so there's that part. I'm in my modern parents in 2022, late 2022. There's that part. I lose my mind, and even the noise and one of my modern parents not caring how I felt about the noise incident or whatever and stuff like that, and the constant arguments between my modern parents, arguing with me, especially specifically arguing to me, interrogating me and stuff like that, and then fast forward all the way up to now, like I'm just every single day I'm laying on that floor. And spoiler, I haven't laid in the bed since 2018. It's 2024. 2018 was the last year I laid in the bed. Yeah, 2018. Anyways, reliably. Vacations don't count. Anyway, so 2008, now every single day I'm waking up on that floor. I feel like I'm causing a huge disturbance with my modern parents, especially specifically one of them. The money I'm making, this lady coming back. The money I'm making now is still not enough. I'm making a little bit more than what I made back in Amazon, technically, but at the same time, I'm not. I don't care. This lady just got to hear me talk. So anyways, I'm waking up on that floor, feeling like I'm causing a huge disturbance, which suck. There's that part. So I need new work or whatever, but I can't find new work. I have actually looked for other jobs, but that didn't work or whatever. Because what I'm being paid now isn't enough. Which that sucked. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. I didn't think I was gonna make tell a whole entire story, but that's basically it, you know. I'm 24 years old. I'm still living in my parents' place, a variant alternative parents' place for that matter, would suck. Yeah. Not making enough money. I did actually apply for 2 apartments. No, I emailed them, but none of them gave no contact at all. I told them how much I was making, and I just wanted information. I wanted to move in, don't get me wrong, but I just wanted information on what the requirements are. But nothing. Nobody called me back. Nobody emailed back. Nothing. I probably should have called them. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't have to do all that junk. Still, I feel like I'm having a huge urge to move out. Yes, I'm able to save up. I'll give the benefit of the doubt with staying with my child's parents. But at the same time, all these rules, I've been breaking the house, like especially the no bike in the house situation. That was really rough, especially with my bike being stolen 2.5 times, which suck so much, and yet there's no care given by one of my modern parents that's kept being stolen, and they don't still want it in the house. One of my modern parents told me to bring it in the house anyway, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go against my other modern parent. No, I'm not gonna do that. So unfortunately, I have to choose the modern parent who said don't bring it in the house, because at the end of the day, they're the breadwinner of the expenses of the house. So there's that part. So I can't bring my bike in the house. I'm not really cleaning up as much in here, honestly. That's another thing that makes me feel like I'm causing a disturbance in peace with my modern parents, for that matter. So I feel like I need to move out because I feel like I'm driving them crazy. And recently, with the conflicts of one of my childhood parents, and then them wanting me to cut people off of my childhood family or whatever, which also sucks. I feel like I'm causing disturbance in that. It boils down to, in conclusion, this video's too long. In conclusion, I'm thinking that I'm causing a huge disturbance in my modern parents, modern families. Yes, modern family, all of us, modern families' life. I'm causing a huge disturbance. I feel like I am, because I'm not the ideal son. I'm not the ideal sibling. So because of that, I feel like I need to move out way sooner than later. I've been losing my mind for the longest, and I'm losing my mind even further. And the fact self-homicide's been on my mind. It's been convincing, but obviously I'm not going to do that for obvious reasons. Mainly the spiritual reason. The reason why I'm not going to do that. Because I'm not letting that fool Satan win. Anyway, so there's that part. I want to move out. So, obviously, there's been no luck. But I have been looking online to move in either back to Chicago or to New York. The main reason why I don't want to go to Chicago, because I feel like my childhood was in vain. It was for nothing. I made a whole entire video for that. My childhood was for nothing. So there's that part. What else? Yeah, either Chicago, back to Chicago, or New York. Those are my options right now. There's still the temptation to stay down here in Georgia, but the main problem I have with staying down here in Georgia is I'm close to my modern parents. And nothing against my modern parents, nothing against them. I'm just saying, I feel like I'm constantly disobeying them. I'm constantly disturbing their peace by my ways of life and my conveniences of life. I feel like I'm constantly disturbing my childhood. I keep getting mixed up. My modern family's peace. All of them. I'm not the ideal son, and I'm not the ideal sibling. Which I shouldn't have to be that, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm running along. I've been losing my mind. I'm 24 years old, still living with parents. Look, I respect their rules. I really do. Their expectations or whatever. But at the same time, I'm too grown. I'm too old. I'm way too old to be doing what I'm told all the time. Hey, do this instead. Do this, that instead. No, that stuff, and all the stuff they're saying is inconveniencing my life. So now I gotta sacrifice my inconveniences for their conveniences. I did way too much sacrifices in my life. I sacrificed a lot of things, even for my childhood family, and now I'm doing it even still with my modern family, and that fucking sucks. Look, I'm willing to make certain sacrifices. That's fine, but at the same time, yeah. And recently, I've been told by one of my modern parents that my little $600-something a month really does work, and it does impact a lot. So once I leave, I'm on my own, and they're on their own. I'm done talking. They just have to make this upside down. At least they got Japanese katakana. This character looks like it or E. One of them. I don't know. I don't know nothing about no Japanese. That's just all I remember. That's it. I talk too much. I'm losing my mind living with my parents. I don't know. And I even told one of my modern parents, I don't know when I'm gonna leave the crib. I don't know. And then on top of that, me not dating, not seeing women, and having standards, having high standards for women, especially the whole prefer younger women standard. They really hate that. Everyone in my modern family hate that. And even a few members of my childhood family hate that as well. I won't get too much in that. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'm pretty sure a lot of adult children living with their parents can relate. Yeah. It boils down to this, because I'm living with my modern family, an alternate variant family, a family that's not the way God designed it. That's really also making me lose my mind. On top of that, the fact that it's not the way God designed it. That's why I really wish my biological parents did what they're supposed to. I recently been getting some new information regarding both my biological lives, which I really do feel bad for them. And I understand why they did what they did, but at the same time, they should have thought about their children. So yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure I'll come. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.